75 years Formula One has existed, and today we are celebrating that 75 years in style. I'm going to be hopping into the sim, and I say sim loosely. I am not an esports driver by any means, so don't expect any world record hot laps today, okay? I'm simply enjoying the eras that Formula has to offer as I drive 5 separate generations of Ferrari Formula One cars. And no, I'm not a Ferrari fanboy. I'm just limited in the platform I have through not having a PC, so I have access to all the Ferrari era cars the easiest. And it's cleaner to keep it in one manufacturer's wheelhouse. From V12s to V10s to V8s to turbo hybrid V6s and everything in between, there has been a ton of shifts in the sport since its conception on May 13th, 1950. And I'm interested to see how each era's car fares against the next. We're going to be going all the way from the 1960s to present day. And of course, we're taking them around the iconic birthplace of Formula One, Silverstone, the track where it all began. And for the sake of this demonstration, I will be using the latest British Grand Prix circuit version of Silverstone to keep everything fair and even between the cars throughout the eras. So, let's see how far Ferrari and Formula One in general has traveled over the decades since its conception. Spoiler alert, it gets fast. The first up is the Ferrari 312/67, and this thing is straight out of 1967, okay? There are no wings, no assists, and barely any grip. A couple of quick specs on this vehicle. We're looking at a 3-liter V12 engine with around 390 horsepower. It weighs in at just under 600 kilos and has a top speed of about 186 miles per hour if you have the guts to take it that fast. And this car is raw, okay? You feel every bump, every twitch. It's like driving a rocket-powered go-kart with a death wish, but honestly, that V12 sound alone makes it worth it. The 312/67 is from a time before wings, so there's literally no downforce. You were just trusting your tires and your bravery to keep you out of the wall, and this thing revs to about 10,000 RPMs with no traction control, no power steering, and no crash structure. Just straight vibrations and guts. So forget ERS, DRS, or multifunction steering wheels. This was one hand on the wheel, one hand on the shifter, and a full focus to keep it out of the wall. Now that we know a little bit about the 312/67, let's hop into a hot lap, see how it handles. Please take it easy on me, all right? This thing is nuts. Here we go. All right, hot lap time. This thing loves to slide, so we're gonna put up the best time possible. Love the roar of the V12. Oh! Out, turn 1. Come on, just hold through village. Hold through village. Oh, we're sliding out for sure. Alright, Abbey and Farm are pretty punishing, so in this car at least. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Keep the grip. Need the traction for the welcome straight. I love an early brake. Don't lock up. I'm not going to take the V-line, I'm just going to stay with the U. Oh, slide wide! We're still good, we're still good. My favorite, Maggots and Beckett's. Use all the track. Cross Chapel, down the hanger straight, like a G. Easy through Stowe. Don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. And hold it together for the chicane. Oh, I was late on the brakes. I was really late on the brakes. Alright, we set at 216. We're going to try to beat that. 7 specialists. I'm just going to try my hardest to keep it stable. Into 5th. Quick correction. You gotta be quick with the steering correction, dude, or you'll lose it. Listen to that V12, dude. That thing sounds so sick. use all the track. Shouldn't have gotten fifth right there. Just hold on, baby. We're almost there. On the home stretch, and hang her straight. Take it nice and easy and stow. Need the exit speed on Vale. Beautiful. Hey, 2:13.6, bro. That's not bad. 2:13.6 is the time to beat. And the next car up is Mr. Niki Lauda's Ferrari 312T. Little victory lap donut. All right, next up is the Ferrari 312T. This is the car that Niki Lauda drove all the way to a world championship in 1975. It's still rocking a 3-liter engine, but now it's a flat 12. It's pushing about 500 horsepower and has better balance thanks to the transverse gearbox. It's a lot more stable than the 312/67 cousin. And honestly, this car feels like it wants to help you, not kill you. It's still old school, but a lot more planted. And that 12-cylinder soundtrack is the chef's kiss. Now this is where Ferrari started getting serious with handling. The T stands for transversal because the gearbox was mounted sideways to improve balance. And compared to the 312/67 cousin, this thing feels like a luxury cruiser. It's still sketchy by modern standards, but so much more predictable. Braking is still an adventure, but the car doesn't fight you in the same way. It actually wants to stay on the track now. Lauda drove this thing like a surgeon, like I said, all the way to a world title. And in my opinion, flat 12s don't get enough love. It's like a symphony made of explosions. You gotta love it. Let's see how the 312T handles on Silverstone. Let's go on board with the hot lap. I just realized I was not recording. We're at 209.1 right now, just for an update. Yep. Alright, we're not looking for a perfect lap. We're just doing something that's like somewhat manageable. No, dude, I messed it up, dude. Don't worry, boys, we're gonna get it. I'm trying to get 208. That's what I want. I'd be happy with a 208. To the racing line. We didn't lose that much time on the exit. I think the U line might be just as fast as the V in this car. Wow, I lost 2/10 right there. That was terrible.
through magazines and Beckett's. Let's hold it together. Five? 2.5? We got 206? Oh my goodness! 206.5, dude. I'm tempted to take that. I might take that, actually. That wasn't like the cleanest lap ever, but dude, this car is giving me trouble, I'm not gonna lie. Victory donuts. So we saved off 10 seconds with just a few short years. I don't know if Nicky Lauda will be proud, but 206.5. That is now the time to beat, ladies and gentlemen. On to the next.
All right, now we're talking. We're getting into the modern era with this one, with the Ferrari F2004. This is the car that dominated the grid with Michael Schumacher at the handle. It's a 3-liter V10 revving to nearly 19,000 RPMs. It's pushing over 865 horsepower. Top speed, 220 plus. It's one of the most successful F1 cars ever. It sticks to the road like it's glued there, and it screams in a way modern hybrids just don't. That V10, absolute perfection. It's like Ferrari bottled up thunder and gave it 10 cylinders. It's planted, but aggressive. The rear wants to rotate, but the downforce just keeps it glued. This car took Ferrari to 15 wins, 8 1-2s, and 12 pole positions in 2004. It is not a stretch to say if Ferrari had a greatest hits album, the F2004 would be the opening track. Just listen to that V10 scream. Man, I don't know if there's a car I love the sound of more than the F2004. This thing is freaking gnarly. So without further ado, let's hop into the onboard and see a hot lap.
The 2004, baby. The V10. So let's go and set a benchmark time. This is going to be extremely slow benchmark time, but I actually don't even know how to drive this thing around the circuit. This is going to be interesting. I mean, it's going to be so scuffed, dude. Also, like, you should know, I'm not, by any means, a professional sim racer. I just do it for fun, so feel free to critique all my driving and braking points and everything. I deserve it. Wow, this is so scuffed. The braking points are so much later in these modern cars. So I don't think we can hold that all out on 7th gear. We might be able to take it in 6th though. That wasn't even that fast. Working way too late right there. Skip this portion of the video until I get back around. That was so sloppy. I know it's gonna be sloppy. I'm sorry. To all the hardcore F1 fans out there, they're like, this guy sucks at driving. You're right. I do. Pastor's like, I lost so much time through maggots and buckets. from the exit. We can make it up though. We held it together. I did not think we were going to hold it together there. Holy crap. That was crazy. Later braking zone. Gain a few tenths. A little slower on the exit. It's okay though. Still beat it by 7 tenths. I'm taking the 134.5. I'm taking the 134.5. Gonna run some victory donuts. Holy moly, the torque on this thing is insane. All right, let's get to the next generation.
Next in line, we're jumping up to the F138 from 2013. Ferrari's last V8 powered car before the hybrid era took over. This thing's pushing a 2.4-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine with around 750 horsepower and a 7-speed semi-auto gearbox. This one's interesting. It's modern in terms of aero and electronics, but it sounds like a race car should. That V8 is clean, crisp, and makes you want to keep your foot on it just to hear it sing. Honestly, this might be one of the most balanced cars in the lineup. It's quick, responsive, and super satisfying to drive. And of course, this is the last of its kind before the hybrids took over. It feels a lot more refined than the F2004, but it's also heavier and a bit more digital. The front end bites hard. You can really chuck it into the corners and it sticks. This is like the sweet spot between old school drama and new school control. It might be over a decade old, but this thing still moves, even if I'm the one driving it. That V8 ain't no V10, but it still sounds pretty good. Let's go and hop into a hot lap on board and see how we do.
So I'm interested to see if this car will actually beat the last. 134.528 is the time to beat, ladies and gents. 134.528. This is going to run it all like the F1 game, so kind of an unfair advantage for the new V6 Turbo, but 2013 in quali, Fernando Alonso was the first Ferrari to cross the line at 132.26. 132.266 is the time to beat. Really 134.528 is the time to beat, but we're going to try to out-qualify Alonso. This one sounds beautiful too. This is really our benchmark time. It costs us a lot of time. Indeed. Yikes. 141 is bad. I'm getting destroyed by the V10 right now. And I crashed. Alright. This is bad because I am like way off, like 10 seconds off. I don't know how I'm going to gain 10 seconds on my lap time, but I literally haven't even thought about DRS this entire time. Wow, that was way wide. Still 140, dude. That's crazy. How am I running it slow? Dude, you get locked into those curves. That's crazy. Alright, let's try to run a lap and see if we can. Dude. God damn it. Maybe I'm just bad at driving this car, dude. I think that answers that. I'm not gonna lie, this car's giving me a little bit of trouble. Like, Like, I'll be the first to admit I'm having a little bit of trouble with the V8 right now. So bad. Oh, dude, I'm disappointed in myself. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to circle back around, dude. I've been playing this for a minute, and like I am not really improving that much. All right, so I was just gonna run every car raw, like with the raw setup, see how they fare against each other. But this car was like, something was wrong. I wasn't able to hit my top speeds or anything. I was like staying in 6th gear. I couldn't even get up to 7th gear. So I just went ahead and changed into the setup. This is it. It's taken from giggity_o. OH. I'll put that on the screen. But this is the setup if you want to copy the setup. For some reason, this car was like drastically under speed. I think the V10 was fine. This car was not getting up to like top speed at all. Yeah, I shaved off 6 seconds, so I'd say that did something. $134.9. What is 134.528 is the time to beat? $134.6, man. I can't beat it. I'm gonna have to come back. I am an Assetto Corsa noob though. Like I've just got this game like not even a month ago, so I'll stick with the 134.6 for now. V8, it's been fun.
All right, and finally we have the SF24. Ferrari's car from the 2024 season. This is a 1.6 liter V6 hybrid engine with over 1,000 horsepower. It's built with ground effect aero. It's way more complex under the hood than any car before it. Now that we're in the future, this thing is basically a rocket ship disguised as a race car. With over 1,000 horsepower and 5 tons of downforce, it's insane what modern F1 cars can do. You can barely touch the throttle and the torque just launches you. The electric boost kicks you like a punch in the chest. It's so glued to the road it almost feels like cheating. It kind of is sometimes. You can take corners flat out that would have killed you in the 60s. The steering is laser sharp. Compared to the older Ferraris, this thing is quiet, but terrifyingly efficient. And I already know the sound of the V6 turbos, it's just not the same. But these things are fast. So we need to respect that, even if I'm behind the wheel. Let's go and hop on board with the SF24 and see how it does.
See if we can set a hot lap. I think the time we're trying to beat is 134.456, I think. Something like that. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been waiting to drive this thing because it is so much different than Assetto Corsa. I don't have the PC version of Assetto Corsa, so I can't mod it to like get the current car, but I'm pretty sure if I just drive a chill lap, I'll beat that 134. So this should be the easiest one to beat, but traction, everything's so much different in this game. People hate on this game. I'm not gonna blame them, but I do like playing this game, so just let me have fun, you know? This is first lap, this is benchmark time, so. And we come across the line with a 129.1. 129. 1:06.1. I think that's my fastest lap. Let me double check, actually, because I have my times logged. I don't know if the game's actually accurate. Let me check real quick. Yeah, that's not right at all. That's what I thought. My fastest ever was 1:27.8, so not really even close to that. But we'll run a couple more, I guess, and see if we can. 1:29.1's actually not that impressive. So. Come on, dude. Or get turned a little earlier so we can get an earlier exit. That's more like it. Up over half a second right now.
You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are
1.1 to 1:27.999. We made it to the 1:27s by just 1,000th of a second.
you don't have to wear that dress to
It's actually crazy how much easier it is to drive in this game.
those days are over. You don't have to put on the red light.
1:27.848, I think, is the time. We can definitely gain more time right there. A little bit faster on the exit, gain a couple hundreds.
You don't have to put
Celebrating 75 years in Formula One.
those days are over. You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to put on
Sloppy, dude. Gonna be invalidated. Knew it. No invalidations. We can't get invalidated. We gotta stay on the track here because I actually really want to beat my PR now.
You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night.
No.
You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Those days are over.
Gotta be smoother on throttle.
You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to put on the red light.
Held onto it. Held onto it. It's the one I can feel it. fumbled it. I fumbled it. I think. God. I actually don't know if that's faster or not. Oh my gosh, it's 2,000ths faster. 848 was the number to beat. 2,000. Oh my goodness. What a way to freaking beat the PR, dude. 2,000ths of a second. And there's so much time left in that lap. It's not even funny, dude. And with that, we conclude 75 years Formula One history. Happy 75th birthday, Formula One.
And with that, we conclude our celebration of the 75th birthday of Formula One. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of this monstrosity of a video, you're a true hero. You guys are the real MVPs, I swear. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to see next, and hopefully I get a little bit better at sim driving before then, and I'm able to actually do something semi-impressive. But for now, we're just celebrating the eras that Formula One has to offer. Hopefully 2025 is just as good of a season as any of the others, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see. Once again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Accettare questo strano appuntamento è stata un'infezione. Sono triste tra la gente che mi sta passando attorno. Alla nostra via di rivedere forte del pianto. Questo sole accende sul mio volto un segno di speranza. Sto aspettando quando a un tratto dovrò spuntare in lontananza. Amore fai presto, non resisto.
Yeah, Perez is catching Charles Leclerc. He takes it towards the inside. Perez on the inside. Charles Leclerc gives him just enough space. Can Perez squeeze past? They're going wheel to wheel towards Vale now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
Okay, Kimi, next car behind you is Alonso. I'll keep you updated on the pace.
Ma resto ad aspettare.
Just a quick line
Non
on.
importa cosa il mondo può pensare. Io non me ne voglio andare. Io mi guardo dentro e
Must
mi
be the
domando.
water.
E non sento niente.
Fernando, do you think we should do a new set of inters or wets? New
Sono
inters
solo
or
un
wets?
resto
I think we should go to the garage. I don't know, mate. Put whatever tire you want. You know, the last sector is impossible. So even if you put
Amore già
a rocket ship, we
tardi
will be 11.
e non resisto.
That is a very hard fought victory.
Se tu non arrivi
After
non
21
esisto.
races in
Non
2021,
esisto.
there is nothing to separate Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton apart from the number of wins Max Verstappen has had. He leads going into Abu Dhabi as for the second
Luci,
time in
macchine,
the history
vetrine,
of this World
strade,
Championship.
tutto quanto
Look at these two
si
guys.
confonde nella
And we
mente.
tend to forget that when Michael and Jean Todt came
La
to
mia
Ferrari in
ombra
the
si è
mid-90s, they
stancata di
struggled for a
seguirmi.
while.
Il giorno
They did not win race after
lontano.
race and title after title. Michael not touching that
Non mi
chicken.
resta che tornare a casa mia.
And his podium celebrations as Lando Norris douses Lewis Hamilton and Oscar
Questa
Piastri
vita che
soaks it
vorrei
all up
dare a te.
and emerged as the winner
La
for the
spicciolata tra
first
le
time
dita.
in a Grand Prix. Even for Fire
Amore,
Orange,
perdono.
Pierre Gasly was the man who was an unexpected winner last year here in Monza. Daniel Ricciardo has returned to the top step of the podium in a dramatic race here this afternoon. It's It's been a while since we've seen that, but the Honey Badger picking up a real...
His signature champagne move, and he knackered Max's trophy, and Max isn't happy.
I gave you a yellow card.
You said it. You said it was his fault. You said it was his fault. It was me.